Rajendra, and this is the Embodied Ayurveda podcast. Here, you receive high level, authentic, and comprehensive Ayurvedic and yogic insights so that you can truly level up your wellness practices and profession. Like, leave a review, and subscribe for more. This is really important to know about chronic disease. Disease that's just become so deeply lodged within you, whether it's joint pains or autoimmune conditions or debilitating anxiety, conditions that are associated with heaviness and lethargy and stuckness and dullness in the body. You need to know how intimately linked it is to this concept of toxic accumulation. You need to know what exactly is contributing to this toxic accumulation and what is within your control when it comes to holistic healing. This is like top insight when it comes to any sort of wellness counseling or protocols, and I have yet to see it as elegantly explained as in Ayurveda. And now you get the lowdown. So today we're going to dive into one, the Ayurvedic concept of ama, which is unprocessed or undigested toxic materials in the mind-body system. 2, what actually creates ama. And 3, practical protocols to reduce its presence within you. And remember, the implications of ama are intense, and I'm just going to dive into it right now. So what is ama? It is the presence of undigested and unabsorbed particles that accumulate in the gastrointestinal tract, as well as other subtle and physical sites throughout the body. You can think of the buildup of ama as a type of toxic overload. It's this toxic, sticky, foul-smelling substance, tangible and energetic both. Ama can flow from the site of origin to any part of the body, so wherever it kind of grew and built up to other parts of the body. And as it does so, clog channels, diminish cellular intelligence, block communication between cells and neurons. And if the conditions are really ripe for the generation of ama, it can accumulate to such amounts that it creates complete restriction, lethargy, dullness, and weakness in the entire mind-body system. Maybe you've experienced a sensation of just feeling exhausted and groggy or foggy through the day, and you just don't know why. This could be the presence of ama creating heaviness and slowness within you. Also, when beyond capacity, toxins begin to destroy nearly every system in the body, from necessary enzymes, organ tissues in all systems, hormonal, cerebral function. Pathological changes begin to occur. The cells, the tissues are kept clouded from their own innate healing mechanisms, leading to all sorts of sickness and chronic disease. The body can no longer maintain equilibrium, and systems begin to shut down due to the damage. Immune responses of the body become completely confused, which is why high ama is also related to autoimmune diseases. Just imagine it. This sticky, toxic substance getting lodged here and there within you, totally messing up any semblance of intelligence in your body's innate healing mechanisms, leading to deterioration on all levels, basically. So when you think about that chronic disease that feels so stuck within you, that's creating stickiness and mucus in your body, feelings of heaviness or just undescribable pain all around, immune functions that are completely distorted, it's absolutely necessary to understand the concept of ama and trace its buildup and spread within you. Take action to burn, dislodge, and release the ama. Once you do so, your cells can re-tap into their innate intelligence, start to metabolize, and do what's needed for your best health. This is very important. So What actually creates ama? Let's get into it. We've understood ama as a type of toxic overload within the mind body system. This happens when foreign or undigested materials reach your body's limit and ability to remove them. So, a usual healthy person has active detoxification pathways like their stool, urine, exhalation that are naturally releasing ama. But even still, this can get lodged in due to very various reasons. One could be the input is just too much, and the other could be the output or the release of the waste materials is not happening seamlessly. So once you understand this, you understand the intricate relationship it has to whatever uneasiness, dullness, stuckness, slowness that you're going through, you can do what's needed to release it, to return to health. So, what are some causes of ama? And obviously, side note, everyone's capacity to deal with ama is different depending on their unique mind body situation, depending on their lifestyle, their food patterns, their environments. But let's just get into some general causes of ama right now. One is poisonous particles like carcinogens, pesticides, fertilizers, modified ingredients that are released on an industrial and global level every day. The numbers at this point are terrifying. These are toxins that we're breathing in, drinking in our waters, they're in our waterways, our produce, our food items, released by various chemical, agricultural, industrial, mining industries, factories, plants. We are ingesting these toxins at a rate unparalleled beyond anything our ancestors had to evolve through. And it's a lot. Of course, it might feel really out of your control, and we'll get into that. But just to even have the awareness that the body is moving through this, is needing to digest this, is holding this, that uneasiness that you might be experiencing is a direct effect, is a direct consequence of this poisonous industrial toxic matter. It's important to know, it's important to articulate. 2 is toxic particles from domestic products, chemical cleaners, Teflon, microplastics, preservatives in your pantry, microplastics in your pantry, synthetic clothing, artificial makeup products. It may not seem like much, but when you're absorbing in harsh and carcinogenic chemicals every day, little by little, in your shampoos, in your toothpaste, in your lotions, in your Teflon, in your laundry detergents, it builds up. Remember, also, your skin is the largest organ. It's constantly receiving and absorbing energy and matter too. What you put on it makes a difference, especially if it's regularly. The purity and the quality of what you place around you makes a difference. Know that. 3 is, and this is a really important one, this is like a key focus in Ayurveda because we have a lot of control over it, is digestion. So poor digestion is a cause of ama buildup in the body, toxic accumulation in the body. It's quite likely that your body does not have the appropriate metabolic strength to process and expel toxins in a timely and healthy manner. Untimely food, incompatible foods, low quality foods, eating before the previous meal has digested, rushed eating, misinformed lifestyle. These are all key factors that affect the state of your digestion. Even your unique mind-body constitution and your lifestyle patterns affect your digestion. So bringing this all together mindfully with intention so that you can move from a poor digestion to a strong digestion is key. The 4th is unprocessed trauma, mental distress, relentless anger, grief, for example. They create a harsh load on the body. And this can get stuck and lodged in different areas of the body when left unattended or repressed. It can also lead to a dysregulated nervous system, which further makes it difficult for the body to digest anything unfamiliar or stressful. So understand that mental energetic load also gets lodged in as ama if it's not processed correctly. These are all some key factors for toxic overload that push your body into a sort of breakdown. You lose clarity, you lose intuition, you lose vitality when this happens. Which brings me to our last section: practical protocols to burn off this sticky, foul ama substance that's clogging up your channels, clouding you from your body's own intelligence. What can you do to limit your ingestion of these toxins and to increase the capacity of your body to release it naturally through stool, through urine, through your sweat, through expiration? The first is, and I'll go kind of with the same order that I went through the causative factors: avoid or boycott hazardous industries and products as much as possible. Big pharma products, foods patented by destructive agro businesses, relentless consumption of material goods. I know this is tough. And pretending that systemic toxicity can have an individual fix is a naive and maybe distracting way to go about things. But with awareness, please do choose appropriately as much as is possible to you. And recognize that small shifts and collective acts of resistance can go a long way, especially when you recognize the immensity of the implications. I mean, really, when you understand the strong ties all of this has to your individual feeling of overall tiredness, chronic disease, autoimmune responses, you want to choose differently. And I'm 100% sure this expression of ama is already debilitating someone near and dear to you as well. So what else can you do? Scan all your household pantry and makeup products. Find eco, natural, affordable, unprocessed replacements. There's so much out there. If you're going to buy mindfully, choose ethically. Even makeup now, they make it natural. It's amazing. I mean, they used to do that obviously, and now they're doing it again. So do your research, see what's accessible to you, and make shifts accordingly. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be intentional wherever possible. Minimize processed sugar, refined flours, chemical preservatives in your diet. This is big. When you begin scanning your home, you're just going to be so shocked at how normalized these ridiculously toxic substances have become. Just because something is normal, something is advertised by big celebs, it doesn't mean that it's healthy or right. Even some wellness coaches and nutrition coaches might be advertising something that you, with your vigilance, can understand is not suitable for you or your household. Just because something's mainstream doesn't mean its consequences are not harsh. Learn to cut through the noise and make your pivots. This is my strong invitation to you right now. The third is, and this is really what I personally focus on when I'm working one-on-one with my people, with my clients, is optimizing your digestive capacity so that your body has the strength to process and expel toxins as needed. There are so many potent ways to do this. I'm not going to go through them all right now, but recognize that eating according to your specific constitution and what's off balance in you, eating to stimulate digestion and the digestive fire, integrating intelligent herbs and spices based on your unique situation, integrating breath, presence, love, and gratitude into your rituals with food are all important. When you eat, how you eat, what you eat. This is what we get into to optimize your digestive capacity. If you need more details on this, check out my masterclass on plant medicine and pranayama on YouTube. I take you through herbal decoctions that can support you through this. And definitely check out my podcast episodes on gut health and mental health, the energetic qualities of food, and ice drinks killing your metabolism for high level practical tools that are very specific to this topic of ama. And let me just bring you a reminder of right here, right now. Choose warm fluids and foods over cold water and foods if burning through ama is a priority for you. Know that in general, optimizing your digestive capacity is a process unique to you. And as a health practitioner, that's what I do. I assess your unique body constitution and disbalances, organize a meal plan that will help you to burn through toxins very effectively. But in general, don't eat before the previous meal has fully digested. Actually, fasting can be quite helpful in conditions of high ama, and hot and warm beverages. And there are some specific herbs and spices like dry ginger, coriander seeds, black pepper, cumin seeds that can really help to burn through ama as well. These are just kitchen herbs. I'm not going to get into more potent Ayurvedic herbs. But again, choosing the herbs specific to you and your dosha and what's off balance, check out that masterclass really. And the fourth and the last point is cultivating practices of mental ease and nervous system regulation so that you do not add excess load to your body as it works through already all the mess and the chaos of this ama, this heaviness, this lethargy. So in the moment, you may not make the link between doing a rhythmic breathing practice and the other practices of devotion that I teach about that help to regulate the nervous system, the practices of self-inquiry. It doesn't have anything to do with that incredible heaviness in my body and the pains in my limbs and joints. Yes, actually everything is all connected. Pranayama is a beautiful way to tend to any imbalance you're moving through, especially ama, toxic accumulation. Let the breath open out your circulation, oxygenate you, bring the stagnancy out of you, let it flow, let it dislodge. This is really powerful. So as you can tell, this topic is vast and it is very intertwined with all our systems, the micro and the macro. The lowdown, if you suffer from any chronic illness, and specifically chronic illness that comes along with the sensation of full-bodied pain, slowness, congestion, heaviness, mucus, white layer on your tongue, bad breath, take serious measures to prevent toxic accumulation and overload. Know that this is what's going on. You can take any one of the protocols I gave you and just go all the way with it. Focus attention on just one of these protocols and dive deep. It will bring you incredibly transformative and successful results. And the beautiful thing is that whatever is truly giving to your health is giving to the health of your environments and larger collectives too, and vice versa. We are so intricately interconnected. Our choices, our alliances, our ecologies, our personal well-being. I know it can feel overwhelming to make compromises and uncomfortable changes in the midst of toxic environments, toxic mentalities, brainwashing, and toxic products. It's all reflecting, mirroring each other. But gentle, consistent shifts and collective acts of pressure and resistance do go a long way. So make sure to be vigilant. Scan what's around in your household. Dive into your eating patterns. See what can be fine-tuned. Reclaim power and practice care where you can. This is what we do here. Especially now that you know how intense and infectious the consequences of ama are. So here you have it, an Ayurvedic perspective on that sensation of lethargy and heaviness and stuckness that comes with chronic disease and autoimmune diseases. What is contributing to these severe and collective aggravations, and what needs to be addressed in order to create sustained wellness for real? I am Niv Rajendra, your podcast host. This is the Embodied Ayurveda podcast. Find me on Instagram at the Rate Your Health Compass with no nonsense guidance, mentorship, and training. Show notes for my other offerings. My certification course we're enrolling right now. I want you there. And definitely, definitely, definitely check the other episodes for further insight and life-changing protocols. I'm giving it all to you. So big love, big love. Bye.